Well, today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to read to you. The book I'm reading to you from is called The Language of Letting Go by Melanie Beattie. And this book was recommended to me by our marriage counselor. And I'm going to tell you quite honestly, this is one of the 3 books I use in my morning private time. And I have, now I think it's on my 3rd or 4th time reading it through. And I'm not that kind of a reader, except, for the Bible, I'll read through that until the day I'm dead. But this book has so much rich nutrition. And I want to read the story that I read today because I just know it'll encourage your heart. One day, my son brought a gerbil home to live with us. We put it in a cage. Sometime later, the gerbil escaped. For the next 6 months, the animal ran frightened and wild through the house. And so did we, chasing it. "There it is! Get it!" we'd scream each time someone spotted the gerbil. I or my son would throw down whatever we were working on, race across the house, and lunge at the animal, hoping to catch it. I worried about it even when we didn't see it. This isn't right, I think. I can't have a gerbil running loose in the house. We've got to catch it. We've got to do something. A small animal, the size of a mouse, had the entire household in a tizzy. One day, while sitting in the living room, I watched the animal scurry across the hallway. In a frenzy, I started to lunge at it, as I usually did. Then I stopped myself. "No," I said, "I'm all done. If that animal wants to live in the nooks and crannies of this house, I'm going to let it. I'm done. I'm done chasing it. I'm done worrying about it. It's an irregular circumstance, but that's just the way it's going to have to be." I let the gerbil run past without reacting. I felt slightly uncomfortable with my new reaction, not reacting, but I stuck to it anyway. I got more comfortable with my new reaction, not reacting. Before long, I became downright peaceful with the situation. I had stopped fighting the gerbil. One afternoon, only weeks after I started practicing my new attitude, the gerbil ran by me, as it had so many times before, and I barely glanced at it. The animal stopped in its tracks, turned around, and looked at me. I started to lunge at it. It started to run away. I relaxed. "Fine," I said, "do what you want," and I meant it. 1 hour later, the gerbil came and stood by me and waited. I gently picked it up and placed it in its cage, where it has lived happily ever since. The moral of the story? Don't lunge at the gerbil. He's already frightened, and chasing him just scares him more and makes us crazy. Detachment works. Today I want to ask you, what's your gerbil? Is there something that's not, when it's not even around you, that consumes your thought? I know recently the Lord's asked me to be exceptionally brave and let go of my gerbil. I'll tell you, it's been one of the bravest things I've ever done. So today I want to ask you, you don't have to say name, you don't have to say the situation, but I do want you to be brave, and I want you to leave a comment below if you have a gerbil in your life that you're asking God for help in a new reaction and a new attitude towards. Leave your name and just put this: I have a gerbil. I promise I'm going to pray for you. And I'm going to ask you, for anyone that comments below you, pray for them. And let's pray that we're brave and that we have the courage to trust God with whatever our gerbil is.